Do you want people to walk into your house and be like, whoa, this house is, ugh? Or do you want them to walk in and be like, oh my God, she's a millionaire. Hey guys, it's Onika. Thank you so much for coming back and joining me here on my channel today. I want to talk to you about something that's near and dear to my heart, and I think it's near and dear to most of our hearts, and that is decorating. Yeah. We all have those rooms, that one part of the house, or maybe many parts of the house that are just all too daunting, overwhelming, don't know where to start. And anytime you walk in them or you sit in them to watch TV, you just look around and you're like, this could be so much better. And so I today want to walk you through a project that I have found overwhelming, which is funny because I am an interior designer. I do interior design for other people all the time. It's part of how I make my income. But yet when it comes to my own home, it's not that I don't have ideas. I have a million ideas. I have in spades, I have ideas. I'm really good at getting other people to narrow their focus, setting a budget, sticking to the task at hand, and implementing and executing. But for me, when it's dealing with my own stuff, it oftentimes takes a back burner to life, to other projects that are paying me and things of that nature. And for you, it might be just, you have kids, you have a husband, you have groceries, you have work, you have other things to do. And when the weekend comes around, you have a little bit of free time, probably the last thing you want to do is sit and figure out what to do in this room. You just want to show up one day and it be done, right? That's not going to happen. But I have something that's going to help you organize yourself, organize your thoughts. I've created a free room planner that you can find down below. And you use that, print the planner out, and it'll help you, and it'll give you a guided step-by-step guide to redecorating your room, either redecorating the room or decorating it for the first time, whatever the case may be. The big part of decorating is having a plan. And like the old tenant says, fail to plan, plan to fail. So the first thing you have to do is set a budget. How much money do you really have to spend? Be realistic. Do you have car payments? You have, to pay for cable, light, summer camp, anything, all the things that you have to pay for. So set a realistic goal for how much money you want to spend or that you have to spend on the room. For me, I can't set a goal of how much money I want to spend on a room. It has to be how much money I actually have to spend because I want to spend $1 bazillion. But what I have to spend is usually vastly less than that. I also very much love the finer things in life. I love expensive things. But when you set a budget, it really lets you know, yeah, I love this $5,000 couch from Restoration Hardware, but since my budget is $5,000, if I bought that couch, that's the only thing that would be in that room. So set a realistic budget. If your budget is $5,000, then you can't have a $5,000 couch, right? And then decide from that $5,000, what's the most important thing to me? Is it my couch? It might be my couch. This is gonna be the statement piece. This is gonna be the piece that everybody uses and sits on. It's gotta be really comfortable. It's gotta be upholstered with the right type of fabric that can take wear and tear while still looking beautiful. I don't want a Barca lounger. I want something that's gonna make a statement when you walk in. That kind of thing. So you figure out within that $5,000, how much money you wanna allocate to the sofa, how much money you wanna allocate to a coffee table. Everything doesn't have to be brand spanking new. Shop your house. I'm sure if you walked through your house, there are pieces in other rooms that don't even look good in that room, that you probably don't even like for that room. But paired with the right thing in another space, it could be impeccable. So shop your home, Goodwill, thrift stores. I live for a good thrift store, honey. I live for a trip to the Goodwill because another man's trash is your treasure. That's not how that goes. One man's trash is another man's treasure. You know what I'm trying to say. So places like Goodwill, antique stores. Antique stores are not necessarily expensive. A lot of antique stores are really darn affordable. Yeah, they're really expensive antiques, but there's some antiques that are very affordable. It's a great place to find mirrors, end tables, side tables, coffee tables, pieces of old artwork. Maybe somebody's grandmother's tchotchke can become some kind of signature accent in your home. You gotta also try to think outside the box. But first off, the main thing is to get a plan going. So go down to the box below, plan out your project, set yourself a budget, figure out what's your inspiration. What's your inspiration for this room? What do you want the room to look like? Go on Instagram. If your style is maximalist, you love things, you love layer upon layer upon layer, go on Instagram, see what comes up, and when you see something that you like, follow that person, follow that style, and try to pull inspiration from those things. I'll tell you a quick story. When I lived in Bermuda, the last house I lived in was this house in Hamilton Parish, and the best view from the house, for whatever reason, I cannot, to this day, it baffles me. I don't understand the architecture who built that house, but the house was amazing, but it had a lot of quirks. And one of the quirks was the best view from the house was from the master bathroom. That view was amazing, and it was unobstructed view of the entire North Shore of Bermuda, and you would just slowly see cruise ships and sailboats go by. And that's the reason why I painted my walls this color, because this is the color of the water, and it reminded me of Bermuda. And when I moved to Pennsylvania from Bermuda, I needed Bermuda reminders. So I painted a lot of the rooms in my house this color. Now in that house, I took inspiration from Tory Burch's stores, which I love. Her retail stores are stunning. I mean, everything about them. She has this very traditional style, but she mixes it with this like modern glam, very traditional furniture, but then she'll use like funky colors. It was like orange, green, purple, and I don't know, a lot of golds, like shiny metals. So that was the inspiration in that house. And so I had my living room, I decided to go with this like tangerine orangey color. And I remember like telling one of my friends, yeah, I'm painting. She was like, oh, what are you gonna do in the new house? And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna paint the living room like this tangerine color, and I'm gonna paint the dining room this hunter green color. And she was like, are you really gonna paint your living room tangerine? I'm like, no, I am, and it's gonna look amazing. And it did. It did. It looked great. But I drew inspiration from the Tory Burch store. I didn't copy the Tory Burch store. So when you draw inspiration from something, it's not a carbon copy of that thing. Because when you do that, you're gonna be like, I love this, and then you buy all those things and you put it in your home, it's never gonna feel quite right because it's not you. And that's a really big part of decorating. You have to infuse yourself into the design because it's your space. So even if you let's say you did do a carbon copy of a room, which I don't suggest that you do, but let's say you did do that. You bought the same sofa, the same end tables, you painted it the same wall color. Be mindful to infuse yourself into your room. Get that piece that your grandmother had that reminds you of your childhood and put that on the walls. Get that, that vase that you got from your mother-in-law, you know what I'm saying? Like things that mean something to you, something that evokes a feeling and emotion and makes you happy. Those are the pieces that really, really make a room and really make you love a room. So be intentional with the pieces that you put in it. Be mindful of the things that you're buying when you're buying them. And don't do this. This is what I don't want you to do. I don't want you to have like an event coming up and you're like, oh my God, people are coming. We got to finish the room. Let's just go to Marshall's and then spend like a few $1,000s, put a room together. You spent the money on it. The furniture is fine, but you don't love it. And now you bought all this brand new stuff, so you're keeping it. And that's gonna be your room for the next 10 years. Don't do that, because that sucks too. That really sucks, because it's like the stuff is all brand new, so you're not getting rid of it. And now you're stuck in this room that you're like, it's fine. I don't ever wanna feel like a room in my house is fine. I wanna feel like this room is gorgeous and it makes me happy. And it's so meaningful to me. I love being in here. That's what a room in your home should always feel like. Frankly, every room in your home should feel like that. So for me, I want to share with you guys the room that I want to fix is my formal living room. I need to fix it. It's just been a challenging room. It's an extremely long room. There's a lot of furniture in it. Needs window treatments. I recently painted the ceiling blue, which I love, and really made me love the room more because it was all white, and that's so not me. But every room in this house is color, and I wanted to do something that was, it's a bright room, and I wanted white walls. But white walls for me are challenging because I love contrast. And so I'm stumped. And so I am gonna chronicle me redoing that room so that you can see we're in this together. It's not just you, it's me too. But I'm gonna follow my step-by-step guide, and I want you to do the same. And share with me in the comments if you guys have a room that's been giving you the business and you don't know what to do with it. Share what you're going through, what you plan on doing, where you plan on going. So just know that when you're shopping for furniture, you don't have to break the bank. Places like Wayfair, Overstock.com, there's Marshall's, HomeGoods, HomeSense. Side note, anybody ever notice that HomeSense, everything in HomeSense is the same stuff they have in HomeGoods, but they'll be like $10 more? Anyway. There are lots of stores out there that you can use for resources for things. Don't forget your thrift stores, your Facebook Marketplace, Let Go, places like that. You can get some really great deals on unique pieces that you're not gonna walk into somebody else's house and see. Those one-of-a-kind pieces to me are the ones that really make a statement. I've collected along the way that are not crazy expensive, but I think a lot of those pieces are the pieces that are wow, that's really cool. Where'd you get that? You know what I mean? So decorating does not have to be expensive. It does not have to be over the top. Now, I love those over the top expensive pieces. Downstairs in that room, I actually have these 2 candlesticks by Dunes and Duchess. I splurged on them because I loved them. I knew they were expensive, but I was like, I want these. That room has had 87 incarnations since I've been in this house. The candlesticks always stay, and they stay in the same place because they are the inspiration for this room. So I'm gonna redo that room, and now that I've said it to you, now I have to do it. I'm hoping it's not gonna take me more than 2 months from start to finish to get everything that I need done, because I really don't need that much. I need to tackle that wall and figure it out. I need to put up window treatments, which I have to make them myself because I make window treatments and I refuse to get window treatments made, which is my issue. It's probably why I don't have window treatments anywhere in this house, because I have to make them myself. But I'm gonna do it. And I'm saying this to you because you guys are gonna hold me accountable. So I'm gonna get the window treatments done. I'm gonna get the wall tackled. I'm gonna figure it out. And I'm gonna style my coffee table. Right now I just have a bowl on it. It's pretty barren. And I think that's it for that room. So I wanna know what you're doing. I wanna know what you're working on. And I will share with you step by step what's gonna happen to that room as I'm doing it. And I'll complain, I'll lament, but I'm gonna follow the step-by-step guide and I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna start it and I'm gonna finish it. Your room planner freebie from me, and start your design project. And I wanna hear from you how your design project is going, when your design is done, where you're finding your inspiration. Don't copy. Get inspired. Don't copy. Make your room your own. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Come on, help me out. I'll see you again next week for another great video about, I don't know what I'm gonna talk about next week. I'm gonna figure that out next week. So I'll see you guys. Have a good day. Bye-bye.